Turns out today is National Payback a Friend Day, which is probably something that banks cooked up. But a real survey called the Friends Again report tackled the issue of friendships lost over money.
And there's also a stigma that comes with it. The study found that asking friends to pay you back is ranked second between forgetting a friend's name and tripping in public. Here with advice, certified financial planner David Ray of financialplannerla.com. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you again. So why has getting your friends to pay you back easier than ever? Because that is a touchy situation.
Well, obviously, as the survey showed,
Yeah.
it's a very touchy subject. Think back a few years. You had to either give someone a check, bring cash, or if you're splitting a dinner bill, you're literally counting $1 bills, or someone only has a 20. It was a pain in the butt. But with technology, it gets 1,000 times easier to get paid, to remind people to get paid, and actually get paid.
You say that there are some apps to help.
There's a lot of apps out there that just make it easy and free to split a bill. Let's say you're out to dinner or you're taking a vacation and you want to get $50 from Frank. I just send you a little request on my phone. It just takes a few minutes, well, not even a few minutes, a few seconds. I'll know if you've paid me back. I get an alert. And right there, I'm going to get paid back. And it's a lot less touchy and scary than actually sitting down with you and trying to, Frank, give me my money.
Right. There's a few good ways to avoid paying back a friend because, like you said, it's a situation you don't want to necessarily find yourself in. There's some ways for immediate cost sharing between friends.
Yeah, again, back in the day, be like, oh, I don't have 20 bucks to give you. I'll pay you back later. And you forget about it. You know, it gets pushed off. I would forget, you would forget. But with an app, you can go in right there and send someone an alert right on their phone, and with one click, they can pay you back. You're going to see that you've gotten paid, and there's no counting money, waiting for a check, mailing a check, hopefully not bouncing a check. We don't like that friend that is going to send you a check and bounce it. Never good with your finances to be bouncing checks.
Is there one app in particular that is a favorite or one that you would suggest?
You know, I really suggest using the one that your friends use. I'm not saying to be a follower, but it's much easier to pay your friends or get paid by your friends if they use the app a lot. I use Venmo with my friends. For bigger purchases, I might use a bank app. If I'm sending you $5,000 or something that you loan me money or for a vacation, from your bank account is probably going to be easier than an app where I wouldn't keep that kind of money there. All the banks really have their own apps, things like PayPal. Again, I think Venmo is really the easiest and probably the most widely used in my friend group, at least.
The other part of this is communications, right? What is a good way to communicate this? If I've lent you $100 and you said, oh, I'll get back to you at some point, it's a good way for me to sort of say, hey, David.
You know, if you're splitting a bill with someone or paying for vacation, usually you're going to expect to be paid back pretty much right away. I'm going to say here, dinner is $50 a person, pay me now, basically, and I'm going to expect to be paid. I mean, not to the minute, but pretty closely. If you're actually loaning money, if I'm just saying, here, Frank, here's $500 to buy something or that you need for today. You're welcome. You know, set terms of when I expect to be paid back, especially if it is a loan or a larger amount of money. If you're loaning $500, it may take some time for your friend to actually come up with the money and get it back to you. If it's $50 for dinner or $20 for whatever, just some cash, you're probably going to expect that back pretty quickly. So the important thing is to communicate when you expect it back. So you're not like, oh my gosh, he hasn't paid me back. Well, oh, you said don't worry about it. I'll get you when you have, you know, extra money. That's very vague, and there's going to be some discontent on it, and you don't want to be having to nag at your friend, but you want your money back, let's be clear.
And friendships can be ruined because of something like this. So what kind of interest would you have? I mean, I could never imagine asking for interest, but I'm sure if it's a large sum of money, maybe you would. How would that work?
This would be very touching. I would leave this to the person. You know, if you're doing a big loan, like lending a family member or a friend $10,000 for a car and it's going to be paid back over years, you probably want to put some terms on it. I think for me, I would probably use the terms that I'm lending you this money for a week or a month or whatever that is, and if you don't pay me back in the time we agreed, I'm going to charge you this interest because it's costing me money to not have it in my investments or as part of my financial plan. Or I definitely know some people, when money's a little tighter, that may be sitting on a credit card for the person that paid for dinner, and if you don't pay them back, they're paying fees and interest, so it's only fair for them to come out whole. So just communicate. Don't come back and be like, it's 20% interest even when you didn't discuss it up front. You don't want to lose friends over money.
You can break a kneecap too.
I'll leave that up to you.
All right, for more information about these tips and David Ray, go to financialplannerla.com. You can also sign up there to get a free copy of his book, 10 Big Tips to Get Your Financial House in Order. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.